I felt the fight was very close. From what I've been told, I outlanded him, I outpunched him. You saw the fight, so he had a jab, but there wasn't much else. I think he might have landed one or two right hands, but that's about it. There wasn't really nothing else. So my body does not feel like I've been through a 12-round war, like I was with a Lopez fight, because we went through it. So
your face looks like it.
Emotional damage.
Welcome back, guys, to another episode of Chin Checkers. I'm your boy, Mr. Get That Work, and you are whoever you are. Thank you for tuning in, though. Appreciate you. So, over the weekend, we had Devin Haney against George Kambosos, and I know I just jumped into that, no transition at all. Whatever. But it is what it is. Devin Haney, congratulations. Devin Haney became undisputed by beating George easily, very easily. And hey, I'm not even trying to hate on George. I have no issue with George, no problem, whatever. But he beat him easily, man. He beat him very easily. It was a dominating performance, not dominating in a sense where one guy just completely beat the other guy. I mean, yeah, that's what happened, but it wasn't like punishing. It was just Haney outboxed Kambosos. He outboxed him. He made him look like a sparring partner. That's what he did. He made him look like a sparring partner. And it was impressive. There's going to be some people who's probably still going to hate. Don't know why, he's boring or he doesn't have power. That's not a reason to really hate a guy. He just doesn't have power. I know sometimes boxing fans are spoiled because we got people like Tank, we got people like Wilder, so sometimes you get spoiled, but not every guy has power, and some people are just more on the boxing skill side, and that's what we get with Devin. He is just tuned in boxing skill wise, boxing IQ. He's going to come in there and box your ears off. That's what he's going to do, and that's what he did. And like I said, he made Kambosos look like a sparring partner. He made him look real basic, like he said he was going to do. And the fight looked easy. I don't know how anybody, yes, the judges, I don't know how anybody could have gave Kambosos more than 3 rounds. And me saying 3, that is being generous. I thought it was like maybe 2 rounds. And again, maybe 2. You see maybe 2 rounds. Maybe 2 rounds. That's it. He really didn't do good. He got stuck in the face all night. Pause with the jab. He was getting countered with the check hook. He got hit with a couple of right hands. He was missing wildly. He made him look trash. He made him look super trash, like he didn't deserve to be in there with him. And again, congrats to Devin Haney, because he is actually undisputed. So, usually when my brother is here, Hawk, I ask him or he asks me, where do you want to see this guy go from here? That's usually the question right off the bat. But honestly, I'm just interested to see what everybody else in this division does, because right now this 135 landscape is looking good. It's looking crazy. It's looking very interesting right now. And a lot of the property, well, all the property is owned by Devin. But, these guys tie into each other some way or another. Devin Haney was the mandatory for Lomachenko, and he chose to take the franchise belt instead. So the fight never happened. Lopez and Devin Haney went at it multiple times. Rolly trash talked everybody, Tank and Devin, multiple times. Ryan, Ryan, yeah, he's that's my boy. I like Ryan, but yeah, he sometimes I don't know. So I'm just interested to see what everybody else does. Right now, Haney is the boss. He got all the belts. Kambosos can take the rematch if he wants. I can't see it getting any better than that. usually the boxer does better the second time around. So, even if, Kambosos picks up his tempo and picks up his work, I still think he gets outboxed. But, again, where does everybody else go from here? What do they do? We got the king right now, undisputed Devin Haney, and he's sitting on top like, yeah, now what y'all gonna do? And honestly, he deserves to. He deserves to do that. So again, if I didn't say it enough, congrats to Devin Haney actually being undisputed. Actual undisputed. Quick side note here, guys. The reason why I keep saying actual undisputed is because when Lomachenko and Lopez had fought, their bout was being promoted as the undisputed, which was not the case. Reason why I say that is because Lomachenko did not have the WBC belt. He had the WBC franchise belt. The WBC belt was held by Haney. Lomachenko gave up his WBC belt for the franchise belt. When this franchise belt idea first was announced, the president himself said that this is not an actual belt. This is a destination and is for those who push the sport of boxing. It's not an actual belt and it cannot be transferable. But again, when Lomachenko and Lopez fought, for some reason, this switched. The belt was transferable and he wanted it to be recognized equal to the WBC belt. Most media, most boxing organizations, and most boxing companies did not recognize that, and credit to boxing fans, did not recognize the WBC franchise belt as a real belt because it didn't make sense and it was disrespectful to the WBC champion Devin Haney. So, no slight to Lopez. Lopez did not have the WBC belt at any time, so Lopez was not undisputed. Just throwing that in there. Congratulations to him, man. He deserves it. I want to wrap it up with a Showtime event. Now, Showtime had Fulton and Roman as their main fight. Blah. Get that out of here. Honestly, David Morrell. Guys, if you don't know who this is, David Morrell is a Cuban boxer. Very, very good, great amateur career. I think he had like 135, 136, something like that, with only like 2 losses. He's already on a fast track. He says he's 24, but he look at least 30. He's good, man. He's really good. And, again, if you look at his last couple of opponents, these guys have more professional experience than him, but he is destroying these dudes. He's completely destroying them. He was on the Olympic team. He's a monster. So David Morrell, is he going to be a champion? One day he will. Don't forget that I said that name, David Morrell. I said it a couple of times on the show, but definitely watch out for him. He's 168 pounds, so he's in the same weight class with David Benavidez and also Canelo, where he's undisputed at. So it's interesting to see what happens there. And if you don't believe me about David Morrell, look him up, but he definitely believes himself because he's on record saying that he would beat David Benavidez the same way Terrence Crawford beat his little brother. He said this. He's serious. I believe him. You should too. But that's the show, man. We're gonna get out of here. I mean, I'm so lonely. I'm gonna get out of here. And next week we'll be back. Later, y'all.